All right, and we're live, and we're not so bright either. But check it. Rosalind Smichael, Asarin Odetta, Saben TV. Can you tell me if you hear me? Do you hear me loud and clear, or we don't have any sound? Now try out something new. I'm on a completely different system. We just tried to go live. Sound went again. I don't know how I'm sounding right now. How am I sound? Sound good, babe? In a sound muffled. That little mic here good? All right. But I'm not bright though. I'm good now. All right. Forget the morning greeting. Everybody knows. Shout out to the people going in to work and coming out from work and all these things. And big up to the clean-hearted people who want good for others as much as you want good for yourself. Let's start this all over again. We have a list of things to talk about this morning. And boy, it make no sense doing the long joking and long way of talking. We might as well just get right into the topics because, you know, I completely had to switch around a whole system just now. Funny thing is, I got a new computer because this computer wasn't working right. And now it seems like the sound card must be gone from the new computer. So it's probably not even Jamaica's fault. Where when I was in Jamaica recently and the thing kept cutting out, and we kept saying that it has something to do with Jamaica, it probably had nothing at all to do with Jamaica and just have to do with the sound card that is in this computer. The sound card probably went bad or is going bad. But this computer just came back from tune up by a technician. So it was supposed to be running in top form, but it's not. You know, the elders used to say to me, say, anything that man make, it can break or it can malfunction. So here we are dealing with man-made stuff and you know the functions. Anyways, Kaz Robinson says no, the subject matter. All right. Yes, you're bright. Claudette Sterling. Bright? No man, it's dull in here. Me not come across bright as I would like to be, but I'm on a whole different computer. I think I would have to go turn up the settings, all these other kind of things. I don't want to mess with nothing right now while we are here, because I don't know what I do. And next thing you know, we are no longer here. So I don't want to start over, so now I go watch me in this subdued light, right? You look okay, Kaz? All right. White Balance Banches says, I'm not a techie. I'm not a techie. I could call one. Babe, I don't know if she could do it. Somebody else said, watch, I'm gone. No. No, we can't see him at all. Hold on there. Let me see if I can actually do it on my own. Windows security, blah, 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 troubleshoot, recovery. But I'm actually trying to turn up the. Ain't that?
Yes.
Also, no, we look bright. No, don't trouble nothing. Let's do the video, man. She says everybody nervous. No, so floor. Can you come in like elephant in a glass store? You come match up everything. You know what? Wife is just coming here just now. Now it's good. Wife is just coming here just now. Midday I pull up one hole or something. She just came in here and actually just hit one button on the on the board. She was like press, 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 press. It went bright, bright, bright. Listen, I'm not ashamed to say I don't know stuff, man. I know it all. Me don't know stuff. Okay, I'm only human. I don't know even why I'm talking into this mic. 'Cause you know what? I left it there, so. You know, say another mic that me I use neither. See mic here what me I use. Right, that's all that she carry come give me, you know. But me I gonna put this there so because it look good. Regardless, right? So we're I saw. All right. Let's get into our topics this morning. Big up to everybody tuning in this morning. We're gonna try to keep it light and positive while we get into these topics. Of course, the big topic of the morning is is Vybz Kartel and what will be the outcome today. We all know that this could turn out multiple ways, but we'll get into that when we get into that. Let's brush these other topics out the way. Not that they are light and frivolous, but that they are not the main topic. So let's brush these topics out the way and then we can get into the main topic. See, my love, no, thank you for working. Thank you for working with me. All right. Um, there's a story called "Killed for Nothing," which I want to really get into this story because I feel like some kind of foul play went on in this story. There's another story where a grandmother is saying, "Boy, them do my grandson bad," and I saw pictures of this young man, and oh God, they did him bad, right? And then 4 lives lost in a crash in Westmoreland. Let me get that one out the way quickly because this one is right off the top of my head. I just came back from Jamaica. I just came back from Westmoreland to be specific. As you all know, wifey is from Westmoreland, right? And that is my new favorite place to be in Jamaica. The food good, the vibes nice, the people them, everything like that. But the way they drive on the road and the way the bike man them ride on the road is crazy. Like if you see them pass you, you would think it's some animated movie or some. You just see a blur of some people. And I said yesterday, I'm convinced that some of our people wake up and just say, you know what, I feel like I'm dead today. And then they just go out on the road and try them best to do it. It's like them want to do it, but them no want to do it, kind of thing. Because I can't explain any other way based on some of the driving that I saw and experienced while I was there. Lo and behold, this morning now, 4 people traveling on 2 motorcycles with no registration plates, wrong all the way around. 4 people traveling on 2 motorcycles with no registration plates died in a 3 vehicle crash in Westmoreland yesterday. Their identities have not yet been ascertained, and 100 and I want to hear this enough. 190 people have died in motor vehicle crashes for this year alone so far in Jamaica from January 1st until this day. 190 already. So when me telling us that them going on bad on the road down there, you must understand what I'm saying. 190 people have died so far. Murders have been a bit over 200. So it's like murders plus how we doing ourselves on the road is almost 400 gone already for the year in combined, right? Boy, this is sad. Now, since the start of the year, 190 persons have died in motor vehicle accidents, 11 less than what was the number this time in the corresponding last year, according to the latest police statistics. And according to the police, the 2 motorcycles, each with 1 pillion, one rider on the back, were attempting to overtake a car that was making a left turn off of the Culloden main road, and it reported that they both crashed head on into a motor bus that was traveling in the opposite direction. A head on collision at full speed. The impact of the collision sent the 2 motorcycles crashing into the car that they were overtaking, and all 4 persons died. You see, I can't even wait till I start putting up the vlogs that I brought back from Jamaica. You will see. Because we were driving and we were filming road. And there was a whole lot of just me and Shakira, she in the car, and we just did a whole lot of this. Yo, we're driving and watching people, and yeah, those. Oh, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. Yo, yeah. That's how we were acting in the car. I swear to God, just like this, no over exaggeration. To see them go head straight into each other and then do some at last minute. I'm like, yo, me want to know why. I want to know why. You know, I want to know why. We can't blame government for everything all the time. Yes, there could be more police on the road. There could be more sleeping police on the road as well. Sleeping police are measures that are taken, right? Like them build the little things them in the. You'll find those though at slower traffic. in some gated community or some private community or something like that. But you're talking about cameras. Like here in the US, you have areas where no police are, but that ticket is coming to your house regardless, right? Because them take your license plate, speed limit, send the ticket to your house, and you have to go pay the ticket, that kind of stuff. But and also they have a lot of police all over the place with guns out, the speed gun out, where they can catch you. In Jamaica, they don't have all those resources in place, so people just run wild on the road. We cannot blame government all the time because government can't save us if we cannot save ourselves, right? I saw a discussion the other day where somebody was saying poverty has nothing to do with the murder rate. Poverty has nothing to do with the murder rate. And one time gone, I used to say poverty has a lot to do with the murder rate, because if you are full up of education yet no own a payroll, like Bujabantan said, or in other words, then if you went to school up to a certain level and you're highly educated, come out of school with how many subjects, but you have no outlet or no way to excel, then frustration takes over and you probably end up getting into or using your brain the wrong way. One of the best scammers out of Jamaica was actually a youth that was at the University of the West Indies, and he had to drop out because he didn't have the finances to continue his education there, and he wasn't on no full ride scholarship, but he was highly intelligent. I think he was studying some chemistry, something he did up there study. But anyways, he became one of the best scammers because, you know, in brain work like that. But so one time gone, I used to say poverty has everything to do with it, but no, man, it doesn't. I'm now looking at all these other countries that are super poor, super poor. And when you go into some of their communities, their poorest communities, the people in the community them get together. They don't eat and throw them potty bag on the ground. They don't turn and piss in every corner on the streets that they live on. Them no hawk and spit right which part they stand and speak. They plant flowers. Them paint up the little board dwellings that they have different colors. It just looks exotic. And you wouldn't even know that these people are like almost dirt poor, and they're not killing each other. Whatever differences and discrepancies they have, they work it out. So that leaves me to think now that it is us and it is our mindset. I'm trying to understand why somebody just get up and just go into them car or jump on them bike and say, I go full speed, and I want to drive straight into a vehicle and then twist like me, I come out of it and then dolly around this one and load up the... Why? And the guys them that did the same thing you are doing died yesterday doing it, and died the day before yesterday doing it, and died the day before that doing it. If y'all check it, I think most of the people that died so far in accidents on the roads in Jamaica are from down that side. You see other people dying, doing the same thing you doing. Why you get up and do it every day? Eh? Why you get up and... So obviously it's a mindset. This is why I've come to the conclusion that some of my brothers and sisters are just ready to die. And let me cut the one here short and say this. Y'all young ladies, I don't know what happened to you, but me see you know are like you riding with guys that ride like this. Me can't speak for being a woman, but if I can only imagine if I was ever a woman, no boy can get me to skin out on him bike, for skin out on him bike back so him can go 100 miles per hour with me on it. Y'all need to like, and then y'all dying with them, you know, or even in the cars. Even in the cars, I see guys driving crazy in Jamaica, even with the cars, and the female passenger in there just hang on for dear life. Like you can't tell the boy stop and let you out. You can't tell you gonna ride to your death. Damn, man. Karen notice says I hate to see that spit on the ground. That's why I look down when I walk. It's just nasty and disgusting. Yeah, my point that I'm trying to make though is this. Poverty don't have anything to do with it. It has to do with a mindset. Poverty itself is a mindset. Riches and wealth itself is a mindset. You have to rich up here so before you can rich financially, before you can rich materially first, anyways. You know what I mean? Else, if riches come your way, you probably get a little bit tight and don't even know what to do with it and end up losing the little you get anyways. You know what I mean? So it's a mindset. You have to rich here so first. You have to see yourself as not poverty struck first. That is why there are people out there who live in countries who are way poorer than the poorest people in Jamaica. Yet if you go into their environment is clean. Not flying on pitch pan them face. They could make you a cup of tea. You would sit there. You might not be able to sit on a nice settee, sofa, couch, something like that. But even if it's a wood bench, no dog dude no there your foot. You know what I mean? They don't eat and just dispose of the things they use right there till garbage pile up. While I'm at it and I'm speaking of that, there's a particular beach that is in Negril. And I was highly disappointed to see this beach. It's in Negril. Negril is becoming like the tourist hub of Jamaica. It has been a buzzing tourist spot for quite some time, but with all the new developments that are going on the island, like wifey said to me, she said, babe, you know, she said they are working to make Negril like the one spot. It used to be Montego Bay, right? But Negril is fastly becoming the one spot. Cause right there, so you have Duns River Fall, then you have Trucker, then you have all the excursions you could think of. Go zip lining, do this, that, and the other. And what's gonna make it the not Negril, Saint Anne, sorry, Saint Anne. Saint Anne. What's thank you, babe. What's gonna make it that? So Saint Anne is fast becoming the tourist hub, right? With all the new developments that are going on there. What's gonna make it that is that it's family friendly. I look at Mobe as if you go there with your friend them, you visit in Jamaica, you want to go party and enjoy yourself, nightlife, them kind of thing there. But if you go to like Saint Anne side, is where you have all the stuff you can do with children, all the stuff you can do with your whole family included, right? And they're working on that. So I'm looking at the beaches while I'm there, and I was highly disappointed. Me I passed the beach and me I said, Jesus Christ, when somebody can just use like take a bag and a shovel and just pick up some, you can tell that this is exactly where everybody dump everything. Baby diaper, doodle diaper, dip on the beach, then bust up. I'm talking about pristine, clean beach, you know. Baby diaper, bust up on the beach. All of them Campari bottle and rum bottle and this bottle and plastic bottle and all kind of something paper bag and it's not just one and two littered here and there. The garbage pile up like about that tall, and it is as long as the eyes can see on the beach. You know what I mean? So it's a mind thing. Yes, Karen noticed I'm speaking to my new wife. I have a new spouse. I had to move on with life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We're not too worried about women still, you know, one gone, the next one come. Them say as one gone, the next one born. So we just keep it moving like that. Yeah. And the new wifey, she's on top of things and she's able to pick up right where the last one left off. So we just keep it moving like that. But anyway, back to this, what I'm saying is our mindset. Our mindset has us killing ourselves. Our mindset has us dirtying up the place and spaces that we live in. It's not necessarily government. Yes, there are things government can do to enforce, but they're not doing their job. So it's now up to the people to keep their environment clean. And we're not doing that. So if we can't do the basics, how can anybody do anything else to help us? Because even if government gave us better, we would still treat it like shite. That's why I'm not too mad when, and I'll be honest with you, this trip to Jamaica, I was looking for a beach to take my family, and I told wife and me said, babe, me no want to go on no tourist spot. I want to go a regular beach where the whole like people them there. Swear to God. First beach me drive up on, As soon as I drive over there, I started seeing the big loads of horse shit all over the place and going into the beach. And I was like, yo, then the beach had nobody on it. The water pretty enough. If I was a real estate developer attached to a team that had money, these would be the places I would scope out and I would try to figure out how to own it and lock it off. Pristine piece of beach located in the middle of everything. Big loads of horse doo-doo everywhere. Nobody now clean it up. Them have the horse them over here so in a one pen. And then you go on the beach and you see some little unscrupulous characters appear from behind a tree or so, or behind something over here so, or just sitting in a corner just so, just. And then you look at the sand, and the sand has all the nasty stuff I just talked about, like the doo-doo diaper them. Like people actually go down there, go change them baby, and just throw a doo-doo diaper down there and all them something there. So y'all can't be mad when these foreign entities come in and see what we have and invest their money in it. And the next time you go to Jamaica, the whole of this offense off, block off, and in order to get to that piece of beach, you have to be booked into that piece of resort to get to that piece of beach. It's a hell of a thing. It's like stuck between a rock and a hard place, because we are cry out to the people them say, clean up a place, no man, so the people them can't take away something. But tell the truth. When you travel with your family, you're not looking to take your family to no beach where somebody might step on a used needle, somebody might step on a bottle that's broken, somebody might. I'm at the beach to enjoy the beach. I'm at the beach to enjoy the beach. So what I ended up doing was we ended up paying $25 US dollars per day per person, and I forgot how much it was for the children just to use a nice beach. I'm gonna go over Duns River, I'm gonna use them beach, use the splash pad, climb the waterfall, do that, and stay there so. Because the free something them, boy, the way how we treat the free things. So again, it's a mindset. I've come to realize that it's a mindset, right? Happy birthday at Marie's Message 411 TV. Marie's Message 411 TV, happy birthday to you. Appreciate you being here, and may you be blessed with many, many more happy birthdays, healthy birthdays, and so on. All right. Miss Goldie Robinson says Sharkies was like that. Miss Goldie Robinson, Sharkies is on a piece of beach that needs to be cleaned up too. Yeah. And I don't think they know what they have. I don't think they know what they have, because all that luxury right there, me can't find that here. I can't find that kind of luxury and ambiance in the United States of America. You're dining on the water. The people, them, they run down to the water and then play. You know, I'm say whole heap of white people over Sharkies, and you could hear them talking. You knew they were tourists, and they were enjoying everything with the beggy man them swarming around them like flies, right? Beg them a thing around them. There's a swarm around the people them. But that beach needs to be cleaned up, because the dirty beach that I'm talking about is actually an extension of Sharkies. It's further down on the other side. If you follow that beach, you will run right into the big pile of doo-doo that I'm talking about. And it looks terrible. It looks terrible. And I don't know how we actually wake up every day and see it and know that this is where whole heap of tourists come, and nobody is making an effort to clean it up. No government official. I wonder whose constituency this is. Who is the political elected political leader whose constituency that is? Somebody who understands Jamaican politics, please tell me whose space that is. Because whoever space that is, it's a shame. If this is your constituency you're supposed to govern, this is a damn shame. I felt embarrassed looking at it, because I know how people are going to go away and talk. They'll probably go away and say, yeah, the food was good. Yeah, but man, there were flies everywhere. And I don't know, but I think they doodle on the beach. And, you know, there were baby diapers full of poop everywhere. There were used condoms. There were a whole bunch of bottles and broken bottles and this. That's how they're going to go away and talk about us. So whoever constituency that is, round this up, shame on you. You need to make that a priority and fix that up fast. Fast, fast. It's always been a dream of mine, right? Now I'm going to segue into my next topic real quick. It's always been a dream of mine. Because you know, a country I come from. So growing up in Jamaica now, we did a school trip one time. And you know, when them pack up country picnic on bus, carry them go a tourist area, it take whole day for reach, so you feel like a foreign you're gone. And then on top of that now, you reach and it's something completely different from what you're used to up in the hills. So I always told myself, I said, God, please put me in a position in life one day where I'm able to afford these things and go to these places because it just looked like the exotic part of Jamaica to me, right? And over the years, that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been trying to do. Just go off my checklist and go to all these places. I know for some people, oh God, SouFLo, just I climbed Duns River. I climbed that 100 times already. All right, good for you. Please understand that things you've done 100 times, somebody is their first time doing it today. Not that I mean, you know, it's been on my list. It's been on my list. Give you a funny story. It's a church trip, actually, I went to. I was a little youth, on a church, on a bus. My uncle owned the bus, and his bus company was chartered by the church. So them car would go at Duns River. I'm at Duns River, and we're going out into the water, but I can't swim. And then this church brother now, who was much older, he kept picking me up as a little youth and throwing me further and further out into the water. So him throw me out so far now till my foot them now touch nothing. I'm a good swimmer now. I wasn't a swimmer then. So people who can't swim, you know the panic you feel when your foot no longer touch ground, right? So my foot now touch nothing now, so me feel like me I drown. This boy pick me up, bring me back over to where I could stand in the water. Pardon my language, everybody. So I say, go suck out under your mama. I'm ring him up some bad one, you know. As a little youth, you know. I telling us my mouth is fast from a long time. It's not like me telling. Me getting enough trouble for it. Them used to like slap me upon my mouth or all kind of something. But me set him up and that mother man suck out with it dry out and ring it out, and some of the church people heard me, and then him went straight to my uncle. And I tell my uncle what me do. Now me see him, I go to my uncle, you know. Me have two uncle there. Rest in peace, Uncle Mikey. Uncle Mikey was my mad uncle. And then me have my other uncle now who is more cool. Uncle Devon. Devon drive the bus, right? So Uncle Devon now put no hands on me or nothing. But me see him, I go to Mikey. So me run going at the bus. And I'm in the back of the bus hiding. Why my uncle come in there, find me in the back of the bus, him start curse for you remember them big old bus that where them used to have big country bus? I'm in the back of the bus. Him a cuss a come all the way back to the back of the bus. He got to the back of the bus and took a swing at me, try slap me in my face, and I duck it and run out of the bus, out the back door of the bus. I don't remember which part me run go. And I run to my other uncle. I run to Uncle Devon. And Uncle Devon kept me close to him for the whole trip until we got back to our side of Jamaica. So that trip, I saw people climbing Duns River, the fall. And I was like, one day I'm going to climb that fall. And I never went back in that direction of Jamaica until this trip. So this trip now, I was like, no, I have to climb the fall. I'm a big man now. I have my wife with me. I have my picking them with me. I'm definitely climbing this fall. Matter of fact, I plan on going back with all the children. Them. I want my whole 6 liter half pick them to climb the fall there with me. Right? It was an experience climbing that fall, man, but it was one of them lifetime dreams that I just wanted to do it. Because the situation, I go stuck out and then I'm on a church trip, you know. A church, I'll be here older people, then I'll lick a picnic for a church trip. But it allowed us to see a part of Jamaica that we come from way up in the hills, you know. Y'all will see the vlog, you'll see where I come from when you see the vlog then. Because I do a thorough vlogging this time. My grandparents were alive. I was very protective of them because I get a lot of threats on social media, and I didn't want somebody to be able to connect there and my grandparents and say, oh, we can't catch the boy, but we know which part him grandparents them there. We know some grandparents that mean a lot to him. So that was the main reason why I never went exactly where I came from and did a complete full vlog driving in, driving out, showing you this, that, and the other because my grandparents were around and I was trying to protect them. But now they're gone. I actually went back and I did a complete vlog, right? You'll see it. So you'll get to understand when me say me come from bush, you'll understand what I mean. Man, a real countryman from way up there, so, right? So them kind of tourist place there is something like when we reach there, it's like we fly out for real. We reach foreign, and now it's like it's the norm. It's the norm. But the experience was still that powerful to me. It brought back a lot of memories, and I was building new memories for my children, which was better than my old memories of that place. And nobody now run down my youth and try box them down all these kind of things for a church trip. Stacey Williams says, yes, climbing that fall is not easy to climb, and I'm glad you experienced it. Yes. Audrey Wright says, me climb it one time, and you didn't like it, or you did not like it. Scrape up the whole of machine. Scrape up the whole of machine. Yo, that I'll let wifey tell the story about what happened to us on that on that fall. It Why, babe, you if she's watching, you tell the story by your, because she have all the footage of being on the actual fall. I didn't take no footage. She had the waterproof bag with her phone in it. She was the one doing the little filming or whatever. I wasn't doing none of that. I was just trying to hang on, and I had to carry my daughter all the way up the fall. I thought it was a simple fall, water trickling down, and you're just gonna climb up and enjoy yourself. And when you reach the bottom of the fall and get ready to climb up, I realized how steep this thing was, how slippery a lot of it was, and how hard enough the water was rushing down. So I was like, and then it was raining like God looked upon with that day there. I said, man, I went to know up extra today. It was raining so hard, you could barely keep your eyes open. And we had to climb the fall. But the rest and how the tour guide operated and all that, I'll let wifey tell you all the rest of that, what happened there, right? So it wasn't so much of a joyful experience, but it was, regardless. One of them situation there where you're like, just bask in the moment kind of thing and be thankful that you actually got a chance to do it. That's how life is, Nothing ever goes perfectly planned. Very rarely things go perfectly planned. So we have to learn to just enjoy an opportunity and enjoy a moment. And maybe it's because of the adversities that happened in that moment that will create those unique memories that you can look back years later and laugh at. And if they never happened, it would have just been a normal, okay, we did this, all right, out the book. But because so many different things happened that weren't planned to happen, and some adversity along the way, and now you look back and you laugh. Remember one time you did drop? Remember one time you drop and skin up your knee and skin up your shin? Remember one time when you did drop? Yeah, those things. So we have to learn for take the bitter with the sweet in life, and just bask in the moment and be appreciative just to be able to do it. Just to be able to do it. See, the Audrey Wright says she skin up the whole of her shin and cut up her leg. Sis Afia says, I climbed this when my children were small, and now I full joy climbing it with my grandchildren. What a joy. What a joy. And I hope I'm able to climb it with my grandkids too. But me don't know, my right knee feel like it, I get old for me. So I might not be, I'm breaking down. I'm aging. I might not be able to climb. I forgot to start exercise more, yeah, man. But I don't even know about that exercise, something there, My grandfather never exercised. He lived till 96. And then my other grandfather in that passed away recently in Florida here, he lived till he was almost 100. And my grandmother lived till, on both sides, lived till they were late 90s, yeah, 95 and 90. So me don't know about the exercise something. Me say exercise people dead early. So right now I'm debating, should I be exercising? Is exercise actually breaking down your body more than it's building and helping you? Maybe I just need to be stretching. Maybe me at age I may reach the place now where we need to start take up yoga and them something there instead of lift weights and try and get big and them thing there. I don't know. I need some advice. I need some advice. Me I run the other day and my right knee just said pop, gone. You know, it's like out of nowhere. And you look on the knee and talk to the knee like, and that you really have done me like, which part this come from? Cause me never lick the knee. You know when you start to have to question yourself, when did I bump my knee into anything? Cause me remember, I don't remember falling down. I don't remember bumping it. You just go bed fit and normal and wake up, your knee swell up or your knee hurt you or your shoulder fall asleep for half of the day. And these I'm at that place in life right now. Yeah. So I'm starting to own that. Yeah, and I know I'm not alone. Yeah, me I forgot start reach for the Bengay and the other something where my granny used to use and the beer rum and sop up parts and parts of me. Exercise the knee, it will help greatly because we're not as active as our parents. Even yoga is good. Sister Fia says. Nia TV says yoga definitely is a good one. Stretching will definitely do the trick. I'm telling you, I bought a little bike for under my desk for working at home. And Sister Fia says, you too young for all those problems. Yeah, Sister Fia, but I've lived. I've lived, you know. I've lived like my time in the infantry, man, in the military. That alone right there done took about 25 years off. So, 'cause I've lived. So that's put like 25 years of wear and tear on this body right here. I've done things that the average human being has not done. You know, how many average human beings put 60 pounds on their back and rock for 18, 20 miles straight? How many average human beings slept outside in the snow? How many average human beings trained in the snow for 60 days in a row? These kind of things. Like I've lived some rough life, kind of. So I guess it's catching up with me now. And I've always ran track and field, and I used to do the hurdles, the 110, 220 hurdles. So, you know, me need them bang up from a long time too. But hey, me know me not doing it again. Like marriage once is enough. Says you know, go back up there. You're not Miss Golden Robinson says we come back, but you're not going back up there. I'm definitely climbing that fall again. I have to, and it's gonna be more fun because I'm climbing it with my bigger boys, my bigger children this time. So it's gonna be more fun. Jaden and Kosi are 16 years old now and 17, so this is going to be fun. My body went through it, man. My body went through it. I done had hernia surgery, all kind of something. You know what I mean? My body went through it. So yeah, it's. I tell anybody right now that's young that their body that hasn't started going through it yet. Whatever you do to your body now, you might think, "Oh, I took that blow and I'm good now." It's coming back. It's coming. You're gonna remember it. It'll come back for haunt you. See? Never too young for Bengay. Oh God, boy, I don't want to walk around smelling like that though. Once you start walking around smelling like that, then comes the deep ends. You know the adult diapers. Yeah, I tell you all this, man. Me no watch crutches enough, but I see randomly. I used to see like old men, right? And I used to notice like if they sitting in a wheelchair and stuff, me I say, yo, how for them pants front so big and buff? That time me a little youth, you know, I used to say, yo, me want my body big like that. It's like me can't wait for grow big. Because if I saw your body grow big, me want my body big like for them, right? And I thought it was like them buff up in the front or all kind of something. So me I said, God, please hurry up and put me in that age there where, you know, my body look big like that in my pants. And now that I'm grown, and especially since I've, you know, taken up employment in in the adult geriatric part of healthcare, I've come to realize that even some active grown people that you pass in a grocery store, he's active. You can still go to the grocery store, walk around, you know, get him own groceries and everything. And no walk with no key and him no look nothing. But urinary incontinence is a big thing. And man start wear depends diapers. So you not just the older ones. So when you walk out, you look at you're like, blood fire, I want my body big like that. You know, so the man have on adult diapers. Adult diapers. So I've learned that now over the years. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to be Robin Bengay yet. Cause next comes the adult diapers, and then you're done after that. One brother said the other day, when your feet get tender, he said when your feet get tender and your teely don't stand up anymore, that's the end. That's it. You pack it up, man. Go park. I don't. Me don't want something then they say it. I got a whole lot more life to live. Hell no, I'm not ready for all that yet. So whatever enhancement them have out there, me def- yeah, I mean, add right, but you want a buff front. You want my front buff enough. And so, but I realized that the women weren't too looking at these older men either, right? So they knew before I knew. You know what I'm saying? Enough of them are nurses and CNAs and all these things, so them don't know already. Me a little youth that come up, me don't know them something there. And plus nobody around me was wearing them things. So my grandparents did young them time there. So and active. So I didn't know. I'm there I pray up the buff front. And now me realize say a diaper. Rotted. Life has a way, boy. But yeah, we're gonna enjoy life every step of the way as long as we are here. I'm boasting them didn't have all that too. No, boy, the boasting something serious. I didn't want that one. I used to know what that was. We had a man in the community that had a serious case of boasting. Him thing was, I don't know what part of his thing it was. I don't know if it was the testicles or if it was the actual thing itself, but yeah, that looked painful. That looked painful. And you can't get nothing anywhere with that. So, and the way of me love get something, and that God please don't ever. Anything else? Yeah, none of that. None of that. That make a little piece of something that me I did work with. Me go and work with that and just keep it which part it there. Yeah, me good, me good, me good. Yeah, I won't complain. I won't be ungrateful. I'm good. Right, that's up. Genital exercise will do wonders for your knees. Oh, what? Wait, what? Sis Afia? Je- huh? Why did I read genital exercise will do wonders for your knees? I'm trying to figure out how the genital connect to the knees. It's a genital exercise. I want name so. When I first saw Bosun, I couldn't believe it. The man had so much pain. Sis Afia says, yeah, Bosun looks painful. It just looked painful. And everybody I know that has it, they look like they're struggling. You can see it all up in here. Me no want that. And gentle exercises will do wonders for your knees. Okay, I thought you said genital exercise. I was ready. I'm always ready to exercise the genitals. I got a wife. I'm good. I got a committed partner, so I was about to go in. I just thought you was about to give me some new advice about, but I know that. I'm gonna look up what gentle exercises are. So floor running in your pool, low impact on the knees. Absolutely, benches. That is exactly what I've discovered. Me in the pool the other day, and we started some exercise in the pool, and I was like, yo, this is great. You are definitely getting a workout in the pool, but it don't feel so heavy on the joints. So yeah, that's a good one. Sorry, took off my glasses. I mean gentle. Woo! So I know gentle neither. It's not, it's not gentle neither. It's, it's not genitals and it's not gentle. I, since I feel so sorry I took off my glasses. You saw me I talk about now. You take off your glasses now, you just boy. When me young, me used to could have seen no see ya. Is what is what does it say genital or gentle? Boy, we gonna love life, man, regardless. We're going to live life to the fullest, regard regardless. See? All right, listen. Um, I hate to switch to a topic that is not so that's not so you know what, before we do that, um on the tip of safety, do y'all know that it is illegal for women in Jamaica to carry like mace and pepper spray? Did y'all know that? it's illegal for women or for anybody, for that matter, to carry like mace and pepper spray and all that. Rosalind Swackle, laughter is definitely good for the soul. It lightens you. Yeah, me feel lighter. Thank you all for the laughs too, man. I need them. You know, bad eyes from screen time. Did y'all know that it's illegal? Mace, pepper spray, these things in Jamaica. I'm concerned about this. And we did a video on this years ago. Me and wifey did a video on this years ago on both platforms. But I'm highly concerned about this because there's nothing else that they have to protect them. Shall I go walk with a little knife, maybe? I saw altercation yesterday. Sita, as me open, this is the altercation that's trending right now. This is an altercation in Jamaica between a policewoman and a civilian, obviously, right? The policewoman is trying to get the civilian woman to go into the police vehicle because she said she is arresting her. Now, the woman in the white, she's saying, she's arguing her point, like, what you arrest me for? After me never do you nothing. So the policewoman said, you're pointing at my face. I'm telling you, don't point in my face. Anyways, is a police officer. They're having an altercation. You know, said the police woman end up biting the civilian woman. She bit her. And in one point in the video, you could see where she actually took the woman's hand and was like, she was doing like this, like she was trying to bite the woman's finger. The woman pulled back her finger like this. A policeman came in and intervened. And the policeman was trying to help the policewoman to actually put her into the vehicle, right? And in that instance, she grabbed off of the woman's hand. She was trying to bite the woman and move her finger. I'm laughing, but it was weird. It was weird to see a police officer trying to bite to arrest. So you know, go in the car, go up in the vehicle. And she was like, me no, go in there. Said, go up in the vehicle, me no, go in there. And she tried to pull her, and she was like, let go off of me ear. She's holding her by her ear, right? She's like, let go off of me ear. And she said, me no, let go off of your ear. Go up in the vehicle. And the two of them have each other. And the police woman like grab the woman hand and bring it towards her mouth. And she was like, and she missed the bite a couple times. But eventually, if you see the whole video, eventually the woman did get in the vehicle and she's holding her down in the doorway of the vehicle with most of her body inside of the vehicle. And then there was a whole lot of blood. And me hear people I say, I can't believe she bite the woman. I bite the woman. So I'm saying to myself, right? Okay. JCF, Jamaica Constabulary Force, big up on yourself. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Shout out to the good Jamaica Constabulary Force police them. Cause hear what? All of them can bad. Cause when the doodoo hits the fan, as much as we cuss, our people cuss police, that are the first people them call, right? So give respect where respect is due. But I've said this before that they get like basket to carry water in. Are they that underserved? Are they that under-equipped? Because me, I watch the altercation and I'm saying to myself, if this was in the United States, there's another part to it. All right, so Pinkwall, Jamaica Native Group in Pinkwall has it, but I've saved it from 5 different sites. So they're not the only one that carries it. Look how the police woman I draw the lady here. Is that the way you arrest an individual? They have, if you go to Pinkwall, Pinkwall has all 5 parts of the altercation. See? Crystal G says the lady should chill. She has no respect, which I've come to realize that in Jamaica, the average citizen really has no respect for authority. Well, I shouldn't say the average citizen. I take that back. There are people there who have no respect for authority. Because I don't want everybody to semi-bunch them up in a one group. There are a lot of people there who have no respect for authority whatsoever. See? and they talk to the police any kind of way. I've seen police trying to do an arrest. I'm hear a youth in the back. I tell the youth that's getting arrested, thump him in the blood clot, thump him in the mouth. Hey boy, hey, you see if I did me? Yo, if I did me stab you in your neck, you know. While the police is trying to do the arrest, this guy that's saying that is right behind him. Now, I would be paranoid as a police. If you are threatening me as a police to stab me in my neck, I'm thinking you might actually pull my gun and use it on me, right? Right. So in the US, things are done way different. And after watching this altercation yesterday, Minnow said them not ready, right? So the first thing I was asking was, where was pepper spray? Where was a taser? Where was some mace? Because that's it. In the US, they do like this, man. It's like, stop moving or behave yourself or whatever. I'm going to tase you. I'm going to tase you if you get bzzz, you know, you do them two little dance there and you lay down. And, and then they're able to subdue the individual, put on handcuffs and stuff. Or them just pepper spray up. What, you getting belligerent? You want to fight? Huh? Okay. Wet your face up with some pepper spray or some mace. Or them use a stun gun and give you a couple volts. In Jamaica, they wrestle with the people. See it there? She clean up herself in the back of a police vehicle. She get bite. So the police officer did bite her. It looked like. And she's going to argue now. Right? Like, why? Why you arrest me? Another thing that I think we need desperately, man, is cameras. The police officer then need to be wearing body cam. I don't care. It's 2024 and too much is going on. And we can't take anybody just word of mouth no more. Right? Because we've come to realize now that we have a lot of police officers who operate outside of the law and on the other side of the law as well. So a full time now for body camera. But that arrest method that they used yesterday upon the lady, that drag her by her hair while she had drape you up and then bite her finger them. She literally grabbed the woman's hand and bring it to her mouth. I was like, see, woman pull away her hand and she's like, I was like, what the fuck? What am I watching? What am I watching? We need to do better. We need to do better. One last thing, even our firefighters are underserved and under-equipped. I saw a man drop in a hole and they went to go rescue the man from in the hole. And the method that they jimmy rigged, because we call it jimmy rig, the method they jimmy rigged to get that man out of the hole, I had to give them props for it. But to see that that's what they had to do to get him out of the hole is sad in modern times. You know what I mean? So we don't have the equipment, them all these other things. That these things need to be in place. And while we're talking about that, I want to know why mace and pepper spray is not legal in Jamaica. I want to know why. Because, you know, some of those mace and pepper spray could shoot up to like 24 feet, right? So if a woman is feeling that threatened, like a guy is advancing aggressively towards her and she's definitely feeling like she's in danger, she could stop him from a good distance away from her. Or even if he is in pounce on her and he's on top of her already, if she could get to that mace or that pepper spray, it could be a deciding factor from, you know, serious injury versus getting away kind of thing. And I think of women more than anything else and their safety. So I don't know why they strip civilians in Jamaica of all the things that they could use to defend themselves, including simple things like mace and pepper spray and all that. And back to this video, I don't know why the police officer was not using. You know what them look like to me? Them look like them know each other. They look like they know each other from somewhere and them a fight over the same man. This is what this look like to me. This look like there's a beef here that we don't know nothing about. Them a fight over the same man. The two of them, somebody baby daddy, and somebody knows somebody from somewhere. Because I can't understand why. Otherwise, you're a police officer. You're not dripping me up. We're not dragging each other down the street. I'm holding your hair. Leg on my hair. No, me nah let it go. Leg on my shirt first. No, me nah let it go. Give me your finger then. That's not police work. That's not police work. Them look like matey. Wifey and matey meet up out a road and them a fight. That's what that look like to me. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo.
Good morning, family. How you doing?
I'm good.
All right. What's going on?
Okay, I just want to say this.
Mm-hmm.
I want all our guns of people and all our guns of family just to know that Sean Stone, Vybz Kartel, all of them appreciate everybody. I pray for them today.
Mm-hmm.
Pray for freedom.
Yeah.
And they appreciate it and keep them prayers up because that's a big deal.
Today are the big deal.
Yes.
We're gonna get into that in a minute. Today are the big deal. Yeah, we have our fingers crossed and prayers up for sure.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
man.
one type of Sean Stone, Vybz Kartel, what I got, huh?
Right, that's all.
All right.
All right, family.
Yeah.
All right. She just said that basically for those who have been showing support for Vybz Kartel, Shortstorm, and uh, the rest of the guys, they appreciate it very much. And you know, today is the big day, so keep them in your prayers, and hopefully things work out the way it should work out. Right? We have one more topic we're gonna touch before we get into that, but that is going to be our main topic for the morning. So we're gonna go extended this morning again. Listen, let's take the extended mornings while we can, because you know, wifey she just come back from Jamaica, so she feel like she need a staycation from a vacation. But after she does that, you already know it's back to the gym on our regular schedule, which means I'll be cutting this short as well, which means I'll probably have to start earlier and all these other things. So we're enjoying the little freedom we have now to do some extended shows beyond the time that we normally end. And go already. We have to work out the thing so everybody get what they need. It's called compromise and so on and so forth, right? Right. The new wife. The new wife. All right. Here we go. A story named Kill for Nothing. Actually, are two stories. One of the story them first before Kill for Nothing. His grandmother. I don't know if y'all see this picture circulating on social media, but it's a young man that got killed. And I left a comment under the picture that's blurred out, and I said they raped him. This is a new one for Jamaica. You know, a young man bound, gagged, bound, hands and feet bound, stripped, pants pulled down, and round and back part look bloody up and him look in position a certain kind of way, which I took away from it that he was raped. I mean, them dig off all in face. Some of y'all might have seen it, right? You seen it, Empress Stephanie? Right. So this is the actual young man right here. Oh, I'm in a department touchscreen computer. I can't make the face big. If you look at the icon for the video this morning, it's the person in the middle. That young man in the middle. Now, somebody left a comment under my comment where I said, Jesus Christ, they even rape him. What kind of something this? And the person said he raped somebody's daughter and they did that to him. Now, social media is made for everybody to come lie and say what they think and make it seem like it's some factual piece of information that they got from some credible source. That's why I'm gonna just go off of what people say. Cause everybody, yeah man, SouFLo, me know him, you know. Me and him grew up together, you know. And when you check the story, nothing no go so. That person there have never been close to the person you're doing the story on. So you can't just run with story and say, yeah man, me know says facts because so and so called me and tell me so them grew up together. You don't know so and so. You know what I mean? So everybody is trying to twist a story and embellish a story and sensationalize a story then. But this is what was printed. It says that this picture may be etched in their minds for as long as time exists. The photographs of the 24-year-old 2 Mile residents continue to make the rounds on social media. They are out there. Yesterday, when the news team spoke with Johnson's grandmother, Carmen Graham, in her Painland community, she burst into tears. She said, my God, me hardly sleep. Them do my grandson bad, you know. Me get nightmares when me remember it. According to the Constabulary Communication Network, an unidentified body was found in the Rosetown community about 6 a.m. on Saturday. Graham, however, stated that they have positively identified that that person is Johnson. She said that the last time she saw her grandson was just hours before he died, and he was in an upbeat mood. Me sell sweetie, and him come and him beg me a sweetie. Me live out a 2 miles with him other grandmother. But him come here all the while come look for him mother. Him not really a troublesome somebody, you know. But when you trouble him, you will get him out. But him never ever disrespect me yet. And my little Malik that, she said. Grimes said that after spending the little time with his relatives, Johnson, her grandson, bid her goodbye and told her that he was about to head home now. And then she said a couple of hours later, they received a phone call that said that he was dead. My auntie go around him yard and we hear say him dead. But them said them can't find him. So we start hear about the photograph where circulate. Say him hand them tie up and him foot them tie up. But me never did see it yet. We call the police and we report it, and them said that we must go Hunts Bay, go make a missing person report. But we said, sure, I know 24 hours yet, so we're going to hold off a little bit first. Now, Graham said that shortly afterwards, Johnson's mother received a call from the police to visit Tranquility Family Funeral Home to identify the body that they believed was that of her son. When it confirmed, say, Malik, my belly come in like it drop out because him never do nothing to nobody. Him just come from prison in April, you know. Him just come from prison in April, you know. What was he in prison for? 3 years and odd. Him there prison for. One youth say him shoot after him, so them charge him for that shooting. And that him do the 3 years and a half in a prison for. The youth go away, go a foreign, and the youth never come back. Malik, him did still the upon remand, and him never get sentenced yet either, is what she said. And funny enough, this is exactly how they printed it, and they didn't give any more to the story. Like, you know, nothing else. Just chops on that and just like that. This is considered to be a reliable source, right? It's printed in the Jamaica Star. It was printed this morning. Again, I saw the picture of him. All I can say is, why you can see vengeance. I don't know what it is he did, but you can see vengeance because it was written all over how he was done. When I do these stories, I have to be careful to not hurt grieving family members with my words. So I try not to trivialize the story. I also try not to embellish the details beyond what is proven or known already. Sensationalize a story. Jamaica is very small. I'm always there, feet on the ground. I was at Dunsriver Fall and a brother, me big, and a brother bigger than me. Not that size matters to me, because me fight anybody if me have to fight. But a brother who is bigger than me, me 6'5", that youth, that brother here, he probably watching right now. He was probably about, wifey was with me. He was probably about 6'9". He looked like he was one of those professional athletes from back in the day that represented Jamaica or something. So I'm there trying to pay for my entrance into Dunsriver Fall, and I walk up first in line, and he was the person leaning at the counter paying already for his party to go in. And him turn around and see me, and him say, "Yo, SouFLo, where you there?" I say, "Yeah, man, I'm there." And next thing me know, him say, "Yo, I want to talk to you, you know. Can you do a story for me?" And the information wasn't right. But I want to give you the right information. You see, that is the kind of rapport that I want, right? With people out in the road. I don't want to sensationalize no stories for no views and likes and then me have to hide when me there road. I'm here, yo, big stuff, pussy boy, yo, eat that boy. Because that's the response you're gonna get when you start doing people a certain way with your little platform. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very conscious of that, and I try my best not to be that kind of person. That is why I'm met in the public with either them heal me up or either them draw me one side and say, yo, I love how you did do the story about my brother or my mother, and I appreciate it and I thank you. They write me at SouFLoTV@gmail.com and say that as well. Or if my information in the stories weren't right, they get to me some way and them let me know, say, yo, part of that story they never write. Let me tell you how this part went. Blah, blah, blah. That's what I like. See, back to this story now about this young man. Me don't know what someone out there get into. And I don't know what kind of mind of an individual. But I know me, and I must be honest, I am Old Testament. When we say Old Testament, I am eye for an eye, tooth for tooth. We could all be around here gumming it, and we can all be around here blind. But me, I really eye for eye, tooth for tooth. I don't turn cheeks. I'm not that kind of guy. I don't believe in that kind of stuff either. I believe there's a time to kill, and I believe that there's a time to rejoice, and there's a time to be sad, and a time to live, and a time to die. And me, old school, Old Testament, right, in my beliefs. And I don't expect anybody else to live by my beliefs. So I don't know what him do to deserve that. But there are rumors spreading around outer road. And notice me say rumors, because I don't want nobody to go away saying SouFlo said so it must be true. Rumors are being spread outer road that he actually did something to somebody's daughter, and that's why them doing like that. Somebody said it wasn't rape, they rape him SouFlo. Them cut off him teely. Them cut off him genitals and it bleed go all the way back there. So the way how them cut it out. So it look like say that them do him. Right? Either way, his family already said this is gonna haunt them forever. Like his grandmother said, every time she close her eye, it's like she'll have a nightmare because it come up in her vision. She see it again. You know, the most I can tell people is this, man. Try live your life in a way where things like these don't come to you. You know? And life is so funny that sometimes you not even have to do nothing for things like these to come to you. But at the same time, in a lot of cases where things like these happen, the victim played a part in that energy gravitating towards them or into their lives. You know what I'm saying? So the most we can say, man, is walk upful and right in this life, yeah. Try to do your best to correct your wrongs. You know, Grandpa always say you spit in the sky, it go fall in your face kind of thing. Be conscious of your behavior, that kind of something. Live on the air with SouFlo, good morning. I hate when y'all call and then when I answer, you hang up. When you don't believe something, I go answer. Yeah, so my condolences goes out to the family regardless of whatever he did. And if he did something that deserved that, then that is his karma. And, you know, I can't stand in the way of his karma. What has been done, has now already been done. I can just warn other people and say, watch these things that are happening in these times and make sure, say, you not end up over there so in a them kind of situation there. That's it. Yeah? Audrey writes a box me, I gotta get a piece of response from me. Yeah, so me state, hey, my rule is this, and I will die on my rule. My rule is this. You can talk all the talk you want to talk. You know, just say anything you want. Name calling don't mean nothing to me. You can call me anything you want to call me. Talk, say what you want, say, shout, scream, roll upon the ground, do everything. Don't touch me. If you touch me, I will unleash hell. Do not touch me. That's it. Don't touch my wife. Don't touch my kids. Don't touch me. Don't touch my mother. That's it. Everything else, one do I do. I'm gonna run down people for arguments anyways, and I'm not the kind of person that go around looking for beef and argument or trying to be on the bad side of people. People have called me before. Like I told y'all, somebody who was very famous called me and said, them not things I me like them. and every story me do involve them is always some kind of disrespect and some they use the word fuckery and this. And so please stop calling them name from now on. Pause. I said, you sure? No, you want me to stop calling your name? Like just stop mentioning you, period. Them say yes. Me say, okay, done. I will never mention your name again from this day forward. And guess what? I won't, right? But me see the person now in a social media now I take a beating from every angle there is. And I got to know that I think that person thrives off negativity, even though they pretend to be a positive person. Or maybe they were trying to trigger me in a different direction or drum up some kind of something. I don't know. But some people go after things in a way that I cannot understand. Me, I'm the kind of person to just move myself away, right? So if you know this about me, you don't trouble me. Because you know, say, it's not a youth to look trouble, it's a youth to always try to find peace and a resolution that is peaceful. And I do that because me know what war like. And then if we have to go war, then war is not your kind of war where you want, okay, press button and stop today. War means we all ride, which means we all can die. So if me I go war, me ready for dead if war starts. So I don't want to start no war with nobody, right? So I don't do that, and I don't go about presenting myself as that kind of person that wants to do that anyways. That's my rule. Don't touch me. Do everything else, but do not touch me. Don't touch my physical. Don't touch my people then. Good after that, right? Right. Feel sorry for the youth, but we can't bring him back. That is that. Another youth now. We'll get to the Vybz Kartel thing, because it's going to be a big day today. The last one before we get to that now. This one, if you look to the right of our icon, you will see a young youth panda have dreadlocks and him have on a hat. I saw his sister speaking yesterday on the news, and I became very interested in the story. Mandeville, Manchester, Galchester we call it. The family of 14-year-old Michael Simpson, who was shot dead by police on Sunday after what was said to be a high-speed car chase started at Kendal and ended approximately 5 kilometers away from Williamsfield in Manchester after fuming, and the family are fuming and they are demanding answers. Now, a report that a shootout with the police resulted in the teen's demise and injury to his brother has given the family more reason to question the circumstances, as they say that the brothers had earlier just gone to church and they were on their way home when the incident occurred. I need justice. Something has to be done. A proper investigation needs to be done, Michael's sister, Yannick Dixon, told the journalists on Monday. This is why I say to y'all, if the JCF wants the people of Jamaica to really ride with you guys, to really be on your side, then y'all gonna have to go implement the body cameras, because body cameras leave very little question. You understand? As long as you have that camera, it leaves very little question. When you're being transparent, if you're an honest person, you're a transparent person. You say it like it is, you show it as it is, and people can form their opinions after. We're tired of this old, antiquated, yeah man, shoot out one and we don't find no gun, but me sure them did a shoot after we. Or shoot out one and we find a gun. And it's always the same one gun find. I'm not saying that it's a lie all the time, but I've known instances, circumstances where it was a lie. Yeah. So, what would my 14-year-old brother have to do with a shooting? I want the person who did it to face my mother. She wants the police officers who killed her brother to face our mother and explain to her why you killed my brother. I'm just demanding some justice. Something needs to be done. There are a lot of things that were done that were not professional. Mikhail, who was a student at Belfield High School, he was reportedly passing a passenger in a white Toyota Mark X motor car that was driven by his 20-year-old brother when they were shot at by police. According to the police, about 5 p.m., there was a vehicular checkpoint at Kendall when the Mark X was observed turning around in the road as it appeared that they were trying to evade the checkpoint. The police said that the Mark X traveled towards Williamsfield, where another police team attempted to intercept the vehicle, but the vehicle gave a high-speed chase. During the chase, the Mark X crashed into a pickup truck near the Williamsfield train line. The driver of the pickup truck sustained minor injuries to his hand and went to seek some medical help and went to seek cover during the shooting. The Mark X came to a stop at a bar near Hope Village. Police said that 2 occupants of the car escaped on foot, while a third occupant was found suffering from what appeared to be gunshot wounds and was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Hamish Campbell, Assistant Commissioner of the Independent Commission of Investigations, INDECOM, they said that no weapon was seized at the scene. This is where the police said a shootout happened, right? No weapon was found. We are investigating the fatal shooting of this 14-year-old boy and the shooting injury of his brother. No weapon was recovered at the scene at all. This is what INDECOM has let out so far. The officers shot at the car, and this is the outcome of shooting at the car. But the inquiry is at an early stage. So, when asked if INDECOM was told of a third occupant in the Mark X, Campbell, who is the head of INDECOM, said, "From the account that we received from the young man who survived the shooting, who was the driver of the car, and who is the brother, his brother who was in the car, there was nobody else in the car. There was no third person. It was just him and his little brother that were in the car." When contacted on Monday, head of the Manchester Police Deputy Superintendent Kerry Duncan said he was in the Belfield area. Listen, he was in the Belfield area. Dixon is insisting that her brother was killed in cold blood by the police. Now, you must understand the importance of this third person being in the car, right? If you're going to tell the story, because the third person must have been the person that shot at us and got away, while the other 2 got caught. Otherwise, what's the justified reason for shooting? You don't normally just shoot because somebody is running away from you. She said they didn't give him a chance to stop and to find out what was happening. They just shoot up the car and they just killed my brother in cold blood. He was just a grade 8 student at Belfield High School, and they just kill him just like that for nothing. She recounted that the last time she spoke with her brother, they were just coming from church with their mother, and they called me on video call and let me speak to everybody at the church. And after church, because it was Father's Day, I got a chance to speak to everyone at home as well. They got their dinner, and then they were heading home to Belfield. And just like that, they just got killed. The distraught mother said that the distraught woman said that her 20-year-old brother, who was reportedly driving the Mark X, he ran from the vehicle in fear of his life because the police was shooting up the vehicle and he felt he had to get away. He ran away and he had to go get a lot of people. They had to go get a lot. We had to go get a lot of people to go for him, because I know in my heart that if the police was supposed to go, they would probably have killed him as well. I want justice, and I need them to let me know what actually took place. Why would you kill my brother like this? The 20-year-old man has been admitted to the hospital and he is currently under police guard. My other brother is now suffering from a gunshot wound to the face. The bullet is lodged in his face where it is in a sensitive area, so they cannot operate just yet, Dixon said, and she repeated her call for the incident to be thoroughly probed. I have met with the family of Indicom, with the family and with Indicom investigators, and I'm asking that a fulsome investigation be done. When I arrived on the scene, the reports that I got was that there was a shootout and there was a high-speed chase, and there are so many questions that I have. This is Councillor Mario Mitchell, the People's National Party, Belfield Division, also calling for a thorough investigation. Said when I arrived on the scene, this is what I was told, that there was a high-speed chase and a shootout. But there are so many questions that I have. He was to be doing his exams at the Belfield High School. This is sad and something that shouldn't have happened in our community. I want the family to be assured that Indicom is doing their investigation and there will be independence in the investigation, and I am sure that we will leave no stones unturned to ensure that justice is served. This is a 14-year-old, a promising young man from Belfield community and Kendall, he added. Now, this young man has no history of being involved in anything at all whatsoever. As a matter of fact, the community speaks of him as one of those well-mannered children who actually goes to school, does his work, and has never been involved in anything before, right? What their account of the story is different from the police account. They said, yeah, there was a checkpoint. Yeah, they turned around to avoid the checkpoint. And me don't know, he probably didn't have a license to be driving. Maybe his license wasn't up to date. Maybe there was no insurance on the vehicle. I don't know the reason why they turned around. But upon turning around, it seems like the police saw the car and was like, yo, probably a gunman in the car. Them try evade the checkpoint, something. Chased them down for a little bit and started shooting at them and shot up the car. And he ran from the car because they were shooting as they were moving. The car crashed, him jump out, him run, and his brother got shot in the process. I hope this comes out with the full truth. One thing I know is this, though. I've lost faith in Indicom. And I'll say this loud and clear. I've lost faith in Indicom. At one time, I thought Indicom was there for checks and balances, right? And then I had to seriously question the presence of Indicom in Jamaica when a certain incident happened. And I'll be bold and I'll tell you what incident it was. It was the incident that involved Chucky Brown. Yeah. The incident that involved Chucky Brown really got me looking at Indicom in a whole different light. And to this day, I'm wondering, how come only Chucky Brown? They buried Chucky under the prison. We don't hear about him no more. So, and he went to them seeking justice, telling on himself, telling on everybody else. Him say, listen, if them are going to pin something for me, let me give you the whole truth. Let me tell you who give orders. Let me tell you who do the killing, the shooting, including myself. Me tell you which one me do, which one I didn't do, who did one when I was there with them when them do it, etc., etc. And he was the only person that got buried. And after that, nothing happened. And I said, Indicom is not there to be on the side of the people. I want to ask Jamaica this. As long as Indicom has been in our business, right? How many cases where the people thought this is injustice, Indicom need to step in? How many of those cases turned into our citizens actually getting justice? I want you to leave a number on the screen. 1, 2, 50, none. You know? So it made me really look at Indicom like, well, no, they are do nothing. Well, no, they see them as they are the same. They are like an arm to the body of that body that the people are afraid of. You know? So the people hope, but I don't know. I don't know. So I'm hoping too that truth comes out in this and justice is served in this. Now, on the flip side, let me say this. While I'm in Jamaica, I do a lot of driving. I travel a lot on the island. I tell some Jamaicans that live in Jamaica that when I come to Jamaica, I move about the island more than you. Like, I see more of Jamaica than you, right? 'Cause enough of them like say stuff like, you not even live down here, so you not even know down here. Speak about where you're from. You only know Clarendon. Like a Clarendon, me just come and just sit on one place. Yeah. So I move about the place. I'm everywhere. And I see the Jamaica Constabulary Force officers out and about at work. I see the checkpoints. They make me feel safe. I've had my interactions with them. I've never had a negative interaction. So I can't like come and just chat bad about them and cuss them and, just say all kind of things about them. But it leaves me to think too that this could happen to me too. Or this could happen to my children. What if my youth, Tafari, my youth them have dreadlocks enough? My youth them could be easily scapegoated or easily looked at and stereotyped. My youth them, they could be them. They could be down there driving and them decide, police right here, let me turn around. Just frivolously, maybe nothing doesn't even have to be wrong. It's just like, what, me not feel like police interaction today. Me just saw a turn around. You have the right to do that. That's not a death sentence is required if you do that. If I don't have nothing for me and I'm not doing nothing illegal and I just feel like, I just don't want to have a police interaction today. Let me just turn around right there. So I see them do a checkpoint up there. So, okay. I would tell my kids though, don't do it because they would look at you as suspicious. And then you're actually going to attract the attention you were trying to avoid, right? But young, dumb, don't know better, they're going to think different. When you're young like that, you don't really know. You don't have it all mapped out. So turn to avoid the checkpoint, you ended up attracting more attention than you desired. And there you are now. Now them a chase you. Now car tint up. Now them feel like gunman in the car. Why you not stop? Now them start steal gunshot after you because they have nobody else to answer to. And it's going to be my word against yours. Dead man tell no tale. So me I kill everybody in that Ross car. They will do that. And then there you go. Yeah. But leaning on Indicom to bring justice. I don't know. I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. I pray, I hope, for the family's sake, some kind of closure, but I don't see it happen. But we'll keep a close eye on this as it develops to see what comes out of it. Yeah? Was there a third person? Was there a third person that was a gunman that was shooting? Because that's the perception, right? That was shooting at the police and him actually escaped the vehicle and he's the one that left with the gun. That is why there was no, there should be some spent shells somewhere, right? So that and spent shells that don't match the police, them spent shells shooting back. The cordon off the area where the shooting took place, see where you can, some proper investigation needs to be done. And then it can't just be left up in the air. Somebody has to be held accountable. Again, big up to the good Jamaica Constabulary Force officers. Because truly, if it wasn't for dog name would suffer. Our last line of defense pretty much. But you have someone out there where they're well trigger happy and them super disrespectful. I've seen them disrespect other people. They never disrespect me yet. And this time when I was in Jamaica, I saw a lot of checkpoints set up and I drive right through the checkpoint. Even one of them, I was speeding a little bit. I'll admit that. I was speeding a little bit. Me not do the whole crazy takeover and stuff, but I go with the flow of traffic, right? So I was speeding a little bit coming into an area, and lo and behold, I just ran right into a heavy, heavy checkpoint. And one of them actually stepped out into the road, and all he did was this. I said, all right, officer, I'm gonna just slow it down and just kept going. I was surprised I didn't get pulled over. I have gotten pulled over before because I was going a bit over the speed limit before. And them step out in the road and pull me over and me stop. And we had a conversation and then me left. I me never get no bad vibes or no bad treatment or anything. And it maybe also has to do with how I interact with them. You know what I mean? Because given my years of being in the military, I pretty much know how to interact with law enforcement people. They're people too, they deserve respect too. They're out there doing a very difficult job. And in a Jamaica is a place where you can hear them tell the police them, go fuck your mother, police boy. And I don't talk to them like that, you know. So, but at the end of the day, justice is needed in this particular case right here. And I'll keep a close eye on it, and I will definitely let you know what the follow-up is. Now, our main talk for the morning now, because today a decision day. Today is going to be a big day. The Vybz Kartel case today can go up, down, or sideways. When I say up, down, or sideways, it can end in maybe there is no decision made today because defense and prosecution goes at it and the entire day is used to come to an end, to close out the arguments, right? That can happen today, where there will be another date set for a decision to be made. Or the three panel judges could very well today say, well, you know, we've heard enough now, and we'll take a short break and we'll come back and then we'll make a decision. We'll let you know our decision, and they could make a decision today. The decision could be that this case is completely thrown out. They're acquitted, which I'm sure this is what their attorneys are hoping for. So this would be a decision now that would say there is no retrial to be had, and we're done with dealing with this case. Get it out of the justice system. It's done. Let the man them out effective immediately. That could be done today, as well as we can also hear there will be a retrial, but they can be let out on bail, right? If they decide to grant them bail. Or they can be very vindictive and they can say, well, there could be a flight risk. They could be a danger to the community. They could be this, that, and the other. So we will keep them incarcerated pending a new trial. I highly doubt the last one is going to happen, but you don't know them people here, right? You don't know them people here. Nia TV says, what if they get out today? If they get out today, it's going to be pandemonium in Jamaica. If they get out today, if Vybz Kartel them is released today, there are people, I'm not asking you, I'm telling you this, there are scores and droves of people from many different countries who are lined up to go to Jamaica. Now, this may not be your superstar. This may not be the person who you would book a ticket and fly down for, but I want you to understand the impact of this individual, and I want you to understand the fan base of this individual. Lots of people already. And I'm not just talking about just regular people neither, you know. I'm talking about people who hold superstar status in countries like the United States of America and the UK and other places. They are set, poised right now for this decision. If them get out today, they're going to be in Jamaica today, tomorrow, or before the week is over with. I pretty much know that very well, right? It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. And if he decides, once he is released, to have a concert like what Buju Banton did. Now, I flew into Jamaica for a Buju concert. Buju Banton is one of my top artists that I am a huge AC unit of. Not a fan, an AC unit of. Right? His music was pivotal in my growing up years. Them years that where you're going from late teenagehood into early adulthood. It was Buju Banton's music did a lot of the guidance during them time there for me. So he's always been that person. So I flew in for that. And I can tell you, sir, it was it was a scene to behold. I will go out on a limb and predict that if Vybz Kartel is released and decides to do a concert, that first concert, they're gonna need more than a stadium for it. They're not gonna need more than a stadium for it. And this is the first time we will probably see dancehall music do a number like this. If you think about it right now, there is no dancehall artist that can go pack a stadium by themselves. They can garner a big crowd, but they're going to need supporting acts. Just given the story behind him and his incarceration and how long they've been waiting to see him, if a concert is scheduled, a stadium is not going to be space enough. That means a stadium are gonna ram, and who forget ticket better get them ticket fast, because on the back end you're gonna be left out. It's gonna be to maximum capacity. I know it. I know it. Now, this article I want you to hear, because in this article it'll be our argument for this morning. This week featured overall development of news of the week in a range of perspective on the keenly watched court battle between prosecution and defense relative to whether dancehall entertainer Vybz Kartel and his three co-accused, or co-appellants rather, will face a new trial for the 2011 murder of Clive Lizard Williams. There's a huge part to this article that I will skip through just to get to the main part. The main part that I want to get to is right here. Over the course of the proceedings, one of the panel of three appellate judges, Justice Marvin McDonald, Bishop, questioned both sides, seeking clarification on various points, such as the availability of the witnesses. We spoke about this before. I want y'all to understand what the judge said clearly. The judge said all the witnesses from the first trial need to be present for there to be a retrial. And the decision to send this back for a retrial is going to hang heavily on the availability of these witnesses. The DPP representing parties, the prosecuting arm of the law, they said, we have some of the witness them. The judge didn't say some, the judge said all. The judge also said, okay, we have some of the witness them, what's their status? They showed up to the judge and said, we have a list of the names. That judge says, nah, not this time. That's not how we're going to do it, basically. We're not just going to go off of a list of names. That will not be enough. They argued, the DPP argued that in Jamaica's law, when a case is being put together to be called up, nothing in the law says it's necessary to go find the witnesses ahead of hand. This is how lackadaisical the laws are, though. And while they're at it changing and amending, I think this is something they need to amend into law as well, right? You can't just show up with a list and say, yeah, man, I have a list, seat here. The judge is saying, where are the witnesses? Have you spoken to any of them? Do you know which part them live? Are they willing to come forward? Are the people on that list even still alive? Prosecution said, no, they haven't spoken to them. But nothing in the books on the law says they have to find them and speak to them and all that until that time comes. The judge says, no, we're not going to do this. We're not sending this case back. These are not my words, you know. I judge said that. I'm setting this up for what's going to happen today. The judge says we're not sending this case back to the Superior Court or to the Supreme Court, which is where ISAT was before, seeking bail, and the Supreme Court is below the appeal court. We're not sending this back to the Supreme Court, knowing that you guys are over there running after witnesses. That was the judge's words. So today, when they meet, a couple of things should be put in place. A list of witnesses, somebody who has reached out to them. We have a location to locate them. We have spoken to them. They have expressed willingly, verbally to us. That's what the judge said. They need to have expressed to you willingly, verbally, that they are willing to come. If there's a retrial, to trial, and say everything that they had said before, and their stories are the same. Right. So if all that is not in place, I'm looking very much forward to today being the day when they walk out. Now, I understand this. Well, today might not be the day they actually walk out because the two sides are still going at it. But it will be settled today. Don't know if a decision will be made today, but I know it will be settled today. If a decision is made today, I'm betting that the decision is going to be made for them to walk out today or as soon as possible. Will it be on bail? I highly doubt that a retrial is going to be granted. Highly doubt. Over the course of the proceedings, one of the panel of 3 appellate judges, Justice Marvin McDonald Bishop, questioned both sides, seeking clarification on various points, such as the availability of witnesses and the breaches to the men's rights, their constitutional rights, and their rights of having a trial within a reasonable time. Now, the panel also comprised of Justice Paulette Williams and David Frazier. The defense was first to get its submission underway, and other arguments were concluded by Wednesday afternoon. The defense team argued over another 2-day span that a retrial would be a breach of the constitutional rights of the men, among other things. As it relates to Vybz Kartel, attorney Isaac Buchanan submitted reports and spoke to the failing health and the mental condition of his client, while arguing that to put his client through a retrial, it would only serve a further damage to his health. Now, let me tell you this. This also is fair game in our law. And I've said this before, I'll say it again. It's funny how the Vybz Kartel haters suddenly want to change the law. But you know me, I go look up examples of people who have used those same loopholes or those same laws on the books to get their way. And Messi Masado is one of them, right? The attorney who took Mavado's money and haven't given back Mavado any of his millions. She was also, I believe she was disbarred, but she was also brought up on other charges. If you can imagine falsifying paperwork to accumulate people's property, your whole house. Could you imagine leaving Jamaica and you come back and the house that you worked overseas 30, 40 years to build, and you said this is my dream house, and you come back and a whole family living in it, and you say, lock change, key on door, fence put up, big dog in a yard. I mean, never left my yard like this, and you found out your house was sold, right? And the attorney that facilitated the paperwork to get your house sold, your property sold, was that person. So she was brought up on other charges like those. She was still able to go shit up herself in court. That's why I call her Messi Masado. Shit up herself in court. And all her attorneys did was say, Your Honor, look, my client she can't even control her bowels. She doing up the place. Yeah. So if you guys are going to actually detain her, you're going to need around the clock medical help because she just a do up the place. Now, in the United States of America, that wouldn't fly. You're just going to have to do up yourself in a cell until you stop doing up. Then them come clean it up, and them carry you go to the infirmary and them shoot you up with whatever, right? But in Jamaica, the laws are different. So I've shown you not only that person, but I've shown you also Chin, the brother of a prominent member of parliament who got caught at the airport with over $600,000 US worth of cocaine. traveling through our airport, right? Over 90 million Jamaican dollars worth of cocaine. He got bail based on his health condition as well. So when these people come and start telling me about, oh, no one cartel forget bail because what, him sick, him okay, other people around they sick too. Other people around there are sick too, but other people around there don't, they're not him and they're not in his unique position. Remember, his case already was expedited by the Privy Council. That's why they saw it faster. His case was expedited based on his health condition. Privy Council sped it up and came back with an overturned verdict, right? So no longer guilty, and he's still in there. See? Right. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Yes, family. Oh, your phone isn't clear. Your phone is breaking up. I don't know if you have us on speaker or something like that.
Let me put it on speaker.
Yeah.
Are you hearing me now?
Loud and clear.
All right. Do you have a WhatsApp number?
Yes.
Run it on the line.
It
and
is.
if I don't get you on the WhatsApp, listen, I hear you talking about cartel. Let me tell you something. You see, if cartel get free and any stage show, you know, you say stadium not big enough. All they do, Trelawney have a big stadium there. They set up some big TV or whatever. Me a all woman, you know, so me no know what to call them. And the weather will be having sunsets in Montego Bay. Well, in Westmoreland, they set up one of the big Solange other space. And in a Mandeville, they set up one thing other space. They set up them big TV, whatever. In a Portland, hence to eat of traffic and people who can see and make sure that then technology something set up good, neat, clean. It is immaculate. I'm in support of you. The whole way of sinner. Yes, in the wrong, me not saying perfect, I mean, we're not perfect.
Same.
But all of we deserve a chance in life that we can turn around and see ourselves. It's only when we make some damn mistake we to the core when we feel it, we realize what is life. And we never did walk that road that we never want to speak or hear about it. Bless up, my brother.
All right, bless up, family. Yeah. So the thing about cartel case is this though, right? This case was botched from the beginning. You understand? I don't want to give the impression like if he's getting a freebie. The case, and if you follow back over the years, people always ask me, SouFLo, you think him innocent? I've always said I wasn't there, so I don't know. And the court never gave me a fair chance as a person who was following this case right through to come up with a balanced view, because they never present all the things that I would ask for in order for me to form an opinion, a true opinion, and say, boy, like your music and everything in a brother, but this kind of evidence is irrefutable. You go and go do your time. You know, they never got to that point. I think they were in such a hurry, such a rush to convict, that they made up their minds behind the scenes before anything that no matter what, he's going down. And we're going to make sure that he goes down. So them didn't even bother reply. They didn't even bother relying on following the law. They didn't even bother relying on not violating constitutional rights. They didn't even bother relying on being straightforward without tampered evidence. They didn't bother relying on trying the case purely. That is why it went to the Privy Council and came back. That's one of the hiccups. And the law lords at the Privy Council said there were more, there were multiple, but that is the one that they hitched their hat on. They could have done it with others, right? So not just one reason why, but that was the point that they stuck it on. If the case was in America, it would have been thrown out of the courts as a trash case. says Naya TV. Absolutely. Long time ago. Long time ago. Now, there's a part here where the prosecution had countered those arguments, arguing that a fair trial is possible and an unbiased set of jurors could be found to hear the case should it be retried, because they're trying to convince the judges to give them another trial. And I've said this before and I'll say it again. If these judges look at each other and honestly say to each other, that case could be tried fair and square in Jamaica, and it would be easy to find unbiased jurors to fit a jury pool for this case. They are all liars, and they are all a part of the system that was designed to keep these guys exactly where they're at. Because there is no way anybody could look at this case after all that has been put out concerning this case and how long it has been in public domain, for you to come forward and say, easy thing, definitely could get a fair trial, definitely could find some unbiased jurors who have absolutely no opinion of this case. Impossible. I say it is impossible. It can't be done. It cannot be done. Now, over the course of the proceedings, one of the panel of 3 judges, Justice Marvin McDonald Bishop, questioned both sides, seeking some clarification. The defense was the first to submit theirs as it relates to Vybz Kartel and his attorney speaking about his health issues. Buchanan said also that an expert is set to give evidence that the technology evidence on which the prosecution is relying has been tampered with. And remember, I told you all about the individual who flew in from the UK independently. This was an independent digital forensic expert that came into the country. And Paula Llewellyn them would not let him handle that device by himself. So this digital forensic expert had to do his duty with representatives of both parties right there. You understand? And that's how that went down. So we could eliminate, oh, there was foul play and them hire one representative to come in, but him bias and depend for them side. So him did take the phone and go around there so with it and do him like an expert thing to it. They were right there with their own people. And it's the same piece of evidence that they held on to for so long and held on to the process of it being investigated by a digital forensic expert, that the window to submit to the Privy Council had closed. So they weren't able to submit it to the Privy Council. And I believe also that if that was submitted to the Privy Council, that would have been a deciding factor at Privy Council to where this case probably would have been thrown out then. But they got one up and it came back to Jamaica, even though it came back with a the verdict overturned. It still came back to Jamaica for more rigmarole, like what we're seeing happening now. So I said, let them know, say, that forensic expert is still available and will testify his findings of that tampered piece of technology that they are hanging their hats on. Buchanan, in raising that point, only sought to show the weakness of the prosecution's case, meaning basically they don't have anything. The judge, however, said that even if the technology evidence is not in the picture, the prosecution could still rely on its eyewitnesses. This is why the judge said the witnesses have to be there in order for this to go forward. This is going to hang heavily on the witnesses being there. If you can't gather them, then we're not sending this case back to trial. Isaac Buchanan shot back that the eyewitness was not reliable and argued that he had been inconsistent in his evidence and with the technology evidence provided by the Crown. He stated also that the witness had denied writing a statement and also pointed to the death of the prosecution's handwriting expert. That same witness said he didn't write that statement. And that same witness said he was beaten and he was coerced. He was told what to say. And even though he was saying something different, them beat me until me say what them do you want me to say. The attorney argued that there are deficiencies in the prosecution's case and that it is not in the interest of justice to order a retrial because this would give the prosecution an opportunity to fix those deficiencies. He said that this is tantamount to giving the prosecution a second bite of the cherry, which, you know, it's an analogy. In a sense, it means they messed it up before. Why give it to them again? Buchanan also argued that the men's rights were breached by the way that the Crown obtained its evidence, which also led to a brief exchange with McDonald Bishop, the judge, who reminded that this is the part I want y'all to hear, who reminded them that illegally obtained evidence can be admissible based on its probative value. So, in the United States, see, a lot of us, right, we live overseas. So we're kind of like using overseas laws to judge. Jamaica is a different pot of soup. Different. The judge actually said illegally obtained evidence can be admissible based on its probative value. Now, what that means is what? In the US, you know, I've seen many cases get thrown out because police kick off door and did a search and found, aha, we found 12 kilos of cocaine and two firearms. You going to prison, buddy. Attorney said, you entered the private dwelling of a law-abiding tax-paying citizen. You kicked his door in. Where was your search warrant? We didn't have one, but look at what we found. We found 12 kilos of cocaine and 2 handguns. Yeah, we saw what you found, but where was your search warrant to enter that property? Also, you didn't have one. So you just illegally entered someone's dwellings. Okay. Your Honor, we move for this case to be dismissed, strike this, that, other. Next thing you know, a man walk out. That's how it operates here, right? Police can gather evidence, but they have to gather evidence within the confines of the law. I'm learning now that not in Jamaica. In Jamaica, it doesn't matter how they gather evidence. They can even gather it illegally, and it would still be admissible in court, depending on how weighty it is. Right. Outlining grounds other than Carter's poor mental and physical health, a heart that is functioning at near 50% right now, and an autoimmune illness called Graves' disease, Buchanan said that his client is in a financial bind and his family responsibility that are made worse by the fact that he is unable to work to provide for his family. Live on the air with SouFLo.
Good morning, family. Good morning.
Morning, family. How you doing?
I'm good, man. You know, the WhatsApp's not working now.
My WhatsApp not working?
Yeah, we always a call through and can't get you.
But you're calling me on it right now.
No, my phone.
Are you just calling straight through?
Yeah, straight through, man. But quick one, man. Best to see you caller, yeah?
Yeah, man, that's fun.
Yeah, you see that part you said about the judge, that's about the evidence to be used.
Hold up. Your phone breaking up and we can't really hear you. I don't know if you have us on speakerphone or if you have us on speaker, no. Take us off. Or
can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you said the evidence will be admissible even if it was legal, yeah?
Yeah, the judge says even if it's gotten illegally, it could still be admissible.
Yeah, but that's a moot point because the evidence never happened away. evidence was tampered with. So why is the judge arguing surface level argument? And I'm in a sense.
Right. Right. So that's another angle to shoot it down from. So they can, okay, so the prosecution could still have it admitted to court, right? Even though they got it illegally, but then it was how should I say it then? It was investigated by an independent party expert, a digital forensic expert, which found it to be heavily tampered with. So either way, if they got away with it being got illegally and they still admitted it, the digital forensic expert will also shoot it down because it's heavily tampered with by his findings. So either way, they don't have no ground to stand on.
So that's how PS therapist argument. But I'm just really surprised that they're doing it at that level, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm UK right now, and I'm for the preview count and everything.
Same.
And then it's a real budget call. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, what do you think the verdict's gonna be today?
I would love a freedom acquittal. You know what I mean?
That would be the best thing.
I'm trying to think like, what's the long game, bro? What's England got to do with this, bro? What's the independence of Jamaica and their info? I'm sure they're using it. Somebody has some strings pulling, bro. So I'm thinking, what would England like to see out of this?
Interesting question. Interesting question. I'm gonna get into that.
But yeah, man, that's all I want to say. This is a phone go, but yo, bless up here, the cars and everything, man. Yeah.
Manners and respect, yeah.
Bless up, I think.
Bless up.
Man, that's stress.
Interesting question, right? He said he's concerned about the long game. Like what's the long run? What does England want out of this? And how is this playing out with Jamaica's relationship with England and all the other stuff? Like this one case here has become so heavy. And like I said to y'all before, look at what's changing. We have never seen them push so hard before to remove the crown as head of state. We've never seen them push so hard. To me, let me be raw honest, right? This talk has always been on the table, one way or another. And I even went and did research and looked this up, and I brought the information to you. The People's National Party were the first people the political party that pushed for the crown to be removed as head of state in Jamaica. Andrew Holness at the time was not in the position he's in now, and he opposed that move. He did not want the crown to be removed. And I say this loud and clear. He did not want the crown to be removed as Jamaica's head of state. Now that he is in that position, I don't know if it have to do with they want it done, but for political leverage. Like if something that big is going to be done, I want it done on my watch so I can get the historic credit for it and say, this is the prime minister that had the crown removed as head of state and Jamaica became a republic and all this other stuff. I don't know if that is it, or I don't know if he was loyal to the crown to the point where he was like, no, don't remove my masters. You know what I mean? And we need them. And now that he's in that position, I don't know. It's very, very weird to see them now pushing so hard, especially after this case went all the way to the Privy Council and came back against their wishes. At trial, guilty. At appeal, let the verdict stand. When grave mistakes were made that should have been caught at that 3-panel, that's why them have 3 of them. 3, right? Not 1 judge at appeal court, 3 of them. That means if this one miss it, this one's supposed to catch it. If them 2 miss it, a next one's supposed to catch it. It's like a plan and a backup plan and a backup plan to back up the backup plan. You understand? That's how it's bolstered at appeal level, and it still went through as, yeah, we see it, but we don't see it. And it took Privy Council to say, hey, how could y'all miss this? Hey, turn this verdict over. They're back to being innocent men. Now send this back to them and make them try to fix this up, please. I'm sure they have the level of intelligence to fix this up, don't they? And now it's back to them, right? And all of a sudden, we have to get rid of the crown. We have to change the Bail Act, amend the Bail Act, get rid of the crown. We have to make our last court, highest court, a court that we control and we say. And all of a sudden, you know what I say to that? Me not ready for that yet. And I don't care what nobody say. I don't think Jamaica ready for that yet either. Y'all don't have to hate me. We can disagree, but still keep it respectful and still have love for each other. I don't think Jamaica ready for that yet. This is sad to admit. It's sad to admit to even me. I told y'all before, I'm not the kind of person who act like me know everything, but I just did a day me find out that Jamaica not really independent like that either. And it was because of the Privy Council, way before Vybz Kartel's case went to Privy Council. It dawned on me one day. There was another case that was being fought at Privy Council. So me asked, where is Privy Council? They said in the UK. So I went to the computer, I go do my research. I said, boom, it's located in London, England. So I asked the next question, like, why is Jamaica's highest court in London, England? That don't make no sense to me. So I went and looked up, like, where is America's highest court? I don't know, probably some one world order. Maybe they all bow down to the same. I don't know. I went and looked. It's in America. So I said, this don't make no sense. Why is our highest court in the UK? Oh. What's the position of the Governor General? I just start connect me that them. And then I realized, and I was like, okay. So go and look up, because I left this video on here a long time ago, and I love YouTube, because as long as you don't take the video them down, you can't tell no lie. Look up SouFLoTV, Jamaica, still a slave yard. Go look that video up, and you will see. It was the first time that I actually, and I was so hurt as a Jamaican. I was hurt, like physically inside hurt as a Jamaican. Because my flag right there so really never mean nothing to me no more like that, like I thought it did before, We're warrior people, we fight them people out with something, we stand up on our own. Yeah, we young but we fighting and we coming up, and then no, you're subservient. You're still a slave yard. Britain still has rule over you. I don't care how they try to put it. Oh, it's just a figurehead and it's just a no, it's not. No, it's not. Your Governor General report to up there, so. Up there, so. Tell the Governor General what to do. Governor General, tell your Prime Minister them what to do, etc., etc. Your Governor General is a representative of the Crown when the Crown is not there. My mind said, damn, that sounds like the plantation. It's like when the owner of the plantation not there, he has an overseer. And then you have the field workers that oversee those in the field. That's the Governor General, and then you have the other arms of the government, and then lower level and lower level. And me, I say, yo, we're still a slave yard. This is how I came up with the title for that video. Somebody just go look it up just now on YouTube, and you will see it's years now that I found out, right? So if you ask me today, the Vybz Kartel case is exposing everything, all of that, and all the flaws within our judicial system in Jamaica, as they are trying to remove the Crown, which would remove the Privy Council also. So what you try to tell me, sir? Me supposed to risk myself and put myself at their mercy in Jamaica and hope that they do right by me and the common Jamaican? Can't do it. Can't do it. It's sad to say, but them need governance from higher or from outer. Them need governance. Them not handle them thing right. And if they were, then I would gladly be like, hey man, we're more than competent. We can handle our own affairs. But the corruption goes too deep. The corruption goes too deep, and there are too many people who are seasoned in their position, who are willing to go down with the burning, sinking ship. Them not change nothing. they don't have our best interests at heart. And because they don't have our best interests at heart, I'm afraid of them. So me need some kind of outer governing something where can step in and say, somewhere I know that I could fight all the way to and get some level of justice. Yeah. So if you ask me today, do away with the crown and have us be in control of our final court, where the final say so is hell to the no. Not just no, hell to the no. Keep the crown right where it is at until we figure out how to do what we're supposed to do with honor and integrity and clarity. I want transparency. I want a government that actually cares about us, that cares about justice on our behalf. Even though I'm not a part of the upper echelon or a part of a wealthy family, I still can know, say, as a Jamaican, I can get justice. Because there are people in those positions who care about justice for all. We don't have that. We don't have that rotted. And because of that, me afraid. Afraid of them. Bad. So far as this Vybz Kartel case goes, and today, what I think the ruling is going to be today, listening to the judge who is in charge talk, she sounds like she's selling me a good one. And if I should go off the things that she said before they went for a break and before they came back today, it would sound to me, if nothing changed, they're coming out. They're coming out sometime soon. Depending on how early they wrap up today, it could be today. But if it ain't today and they wrap up today and they decide to drag it along some more until we make a decision kind of thing, then it'll be that too. But they're coming out. So I look forward to that today. Am I going to be highly disappointed if they're not released? Yes, I am. Because it will only solidify what I see and know as fragrant foolishness is going on. And now they're not even afraid to hide it. Them just do it in our face. That part. If it ain't that, they need to be out. They're coming out today. And I look forward to that. I look forward to that. Right? But remember, I know, we don't trust them people there, so this can play out any other way. I'm asking the judges to restore my faith a little bit in Jamaica's judicial system. Just restore my faith a little bit. Because I could tell you right now on this platform, me not trust you. I'm afraid I'm bad. Because I'm deeply corrupted. And I use this platform to say that. And the world sees that. Right? So start restoring our faith a little bit by starting to do the right thing. And a case that is as magnified as this is the perfect time to do it. Use this as an example and set a precedence with this. Last call for the morning, live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Manners and respect, SouFLo.
Manners and respect, my brother. What going?
Yo, well, I totally agree with you.
Saying?
You understand me? Yeah, I totally agree with you because we just look how the government move. We can't leave the people in the hands of them people. Yeah. At the mercy of them people. I totally agree with you. You understand me? Because even when you look on the Vybz Kartel case, right? With the tainted juror, that was argued in our highest court, right? And them never do nothing about it. You understand what I said to you? And one of the questions I want to ask you, SouFLo, was there a confession from that tainted juror that he was actually bribed by Vybz Kartel or any of his defense team?
No.
Well, one thing I can tell you, you're right when you say people with platform, they would beat things in the end until they start actually believe it, because it's just yesterday. We do my own research and realize that this man, them are confessing, all along I thought, because they make it seem as if, yes, it's Vybz Kartel and him to go and bribe the juror.
Not only did he never admitted to doing that, the man denied it every step of the way. The woman who said she recorded him on the phone, when them asked her for turning the phone, these are facts. When they asked her, turning the phone, let us get the voice note off the phone. You know what the woman said? She said, I went to New York City on a shopping trip and I left my phone accidentally on a store counter and somebody stole it.
So,
yeah.
You see, people have to understand how law work. You understand me? People have to understand how law work is. It's not if you do it in there, it's what can be proven in court.
Exactly.
You understand me? And this is just how, sadly, sometimes it work against you, but it's just how law works.
Absolutely.
You understand me?
Yeah.
So, manners and respect, man. Big up yourself, brother, man.
Manners and respect, my brother. All right. And with that, we're going to end this morning. Today's going to be a very festive day. I'm preparing for it. I'm preparing to see where this foolishness leads to. I'm preparing to see if these judges just restore a little bit of my faith in the Jamaica justice system. Just a little bit of my faith. I know I said it was the last phone call, but we can't do it. All right, turn down to something there for me and talk to me.
Yeah, so for big up yourself, man. Manners and respect.
Manners and respect, family.
Yeah, man, I know say your last call, man, but you don't know me to give advice from the team, man. We can know, so big up yourself, man. I love what you do, man. Is it?
Yes, I am.
And go on, only you see me and say, I do a good thing, man. Love the thing, man. SouFLoTV to the world, is it?
To the world, manners.
So for big up yourself.
All right, fam.
Bless.
All right. So with that said, we're out of here. We'll be discussing tomorrow what happened today. And it's going to be something big. Either way this goes, for more discussion tomorrow, right? But I want you to pay attention today to what happens today. And I want you to let me end by saying this. If my faith is restored just a little bit in the Jamaica judicial system, I'll be happy. Again, for me, Jamaica is the glass is always half full, not half empty. I'm always optimistic about us becoming better, about us arriving at that place one day where we are truly independent, where we are able to govern our own affairs. Because we are proud people, you know. We are real proud people, you know. Everybody know that about any Jamaican. You know, say any which part you go in the world, if a Jamaican there, you know. That's true. We are proud people. But we can't be proud and proud of foolishness. So I hope they restore my faith a little bit today in the Jamaica judicial system. I'll be paying attention. I'll catch y'all later. God go with you, walk good, be good, and remember, don't invite no crosses in your life. All right? I'm out. God spare my life. I'll see you tomorrow right here on Morning Thoughts. Peace.